Hi, and welcome to another episode of Boozing with Boomers. I'm Dave, and I've been on a quest to learn how to make a great balanced cocktail, so please hit the subscribe button so we can go on this journey together. Today, we're going to learn how to make the Sidecar, which is a classic cocktail that dates back to the mid-1800s. And like all of our classic cocktails, the history of how this drink was invented is a little bit foggy. Many believe it was created at the famous Harry's Bar in Paris for an army captain who was driven to the bar in the sidecar of a motorcycle. However, there's a very similar story for the Bucks Club in London around the same time. So while we know roughly when it was invented, we're not exactly sure where. And to add a little more confusion to the history, there are those that believe that it really wasn't named for a sidecar of a motorcycle. It was actually when a drink is made, sometimes there's a little bit left over of the cocktail after they pour it in the vessel. And what they do is they'll pour it in a little shot glass and serve it with the cocktail. And that is called a sidecar. So hopefully someday we'll learn all of it, but you know what? This is a great classic cocktail, and it only needs 3 ingredients. Cognac, and I use the Pierre Ferrand 1840 cognac that I used in the French 75, Cointreau, and fresh lemon juice. So let's get started. Now this is a shaken drink, and like all good drinks, we're going to start with the least expensive first, and it is 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice per cocktail, 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau per cocktail, and 1.5 ounces of cognac per cocktail. And of course, I am making 2. We will then, fill the shaker with ice. And remember that we were going to sing the ABC song. We're going to shake it 20 seconds, which will chill it just the right amount, but also dilute the ice just the right amount, which is why we always fill the cocktail shaker with ice, because you want to chill it down and dilute it a little bit. But if you put less ice, it will actually melt faster, which would make your drink a little bit flat. So I'll be right back. I always slow down at the end. Probably getting tired. All right, now what's great about this cocktail is I love citrus, and as we're getting closer to summer again, citrus just kind of brightens up every drink, but you also need things that can hold up to that flavor. Right, but it's a nice looking cocktail. And the other thing, if you want to get fancy, is I can give you a little bit more. If you want to get fancy, you can also coat the glass with sugar. I like the cleaner look, and we're going to garnish it with an orange peel. And again, we can spritz it a little bit, which will get the oils out. But this is why I think I like it without the sugar. But if you like a drink that's a little bit sweeter, all you do is wet the rim of the glass with your lemon. So once you're done squeezing the lemon, run the lemon around the edge, and then just get a plate roughly the size of this, and you can just twirl your glass in the sugar. And while you're making the cocktail, it'll stick to the glass. I just happen to like it without the sugar. And remember the orange peel for the boomer. And let's see how I did. So here's what I love about classic cocktails, especially if they're 160 years old. Somebody spent a lot of time figuring out the balance of all these ingredients. So to learn why a cocktail is balanced, or more importantly, to understand what a balanced cocktail is, I like the classic cocktails because it teaches me a lot. I would never think of cognac with Cointreau, but I'm learning Cointreau really has a nice element, this orange, but not an overpowering sweet orange flavor. And you put it with the other citrus, so you've got citrus in the alcohol, or in the liqueur, and you've got citrus from your lemon, and they just play really well together. So it's a refreshing drink. You get kind of the caramel in the back of your throat from the cognac. It is absolutely delicious. So I really hope you enjoyed this week's episode and enjoy the Sidecar. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe so we can go on this journey with boozing with boomers together. Thank you and cheers.